Welcome YouTube, this is the Velvet Locks, and in this video we're going to be doing things a little bit different. Now this is an email letter that I received from one of my subbies concerned about a situation that she's dealing with in a relationship. So she asked me what did I think and what was my opinion, and if I could mention it on my channel and possibly get some help from you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be discussing this letter. We're going to try to help her out and see what's going on. And we're going to start it right now. Okay. She starts out, "Hi, Miss Velvet. Love your channel. Now, I know this isn't something I've seen you do on your channel, but I have a question. More of your opinion or advice on this situation." Okay. "I've been dating someone for a little over 2 years, and he has 2 daughters, ages 18 and 21. I have kids around that age too. So I came over his house to spend the weekend. Now his kids live 6 months with their mother and 6 months with him. Well, the girls are with their mother currently and have been there for a few months now, meaning they packed all their clothes, all their belongings each time they leave. Well, when I keyed into his place one evening and turned on the lights, I saw something huge on his dining room table. And to my surprise, it was a humongous bra that looked like a triple Z. Wow. Okay. So as any woman would do, I called him up right away and asked, whose was it? Oh, he said it belonged to his 18-year-old daughter, and she brought it to him to sew back the underwire in it. Okay, she brought it to him to sew the underwire back in. Okay, I was shocked and felt troubled as he was explaining him sewing his daughter's underwear. I was so mad, upset, the whole nine. I told him why didn't she, okay, I asked him, why didn't she ask her mother or grandmother to sew it? And he just shrugged his shoulders. Now, my question to you is, am I wrong for feeling like this is out of order? Please help. Okay, well, we're gonna get into this. Now, she's mentioning in this letter that he has two girls, 18 and age 21. And they both are currently with mom, and they go back and forth every 6 months. 6 months to stay with him, 6 months to stay with her. Okay. My thing is this. Now, I'm going to give you what I think. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. And also give me your opinions on what you think as far as the situation is concerned. Now, my thoughts are this. That is quite disturbing. Okay, when a grown child, now she's 18 years old, she should have already learned how to sew. And if not, she should have at least tried to learn how to sew, or find out how to sew, took lessons or something, or simply just ask mom or grandma. Now, you know, whatever females she has in her life, I look at it like this. They're the ones that she should have came to. She should have went to them instead of going to father. Now, it seems like dad knows how to sew, because instead of going to the ladies in her life, she decided to go to him. Now, to me, it's very disturbing, because she should have already known how to sew, and even though she don't, she should not have came to her father. And even if she did, dad should have directed her to the right person. I don't think as an 18-year-old young lady, it's appropriate for her to be bringing her father her underwear. Now, a bra is a form of underwear. It's underwear. So for her to bring her underwear to her father to sew, that's disturbing, you know. Now, if he was a single man, a single father, there's no mom in the picture, or grandmom in the picture, or whatever females in the picture, and he's the one that had to do this for his daughters all these years, I could see that. But once they get to a certain age, it then crosses the line, okay? In my eyes, in my opinion. I look at it like this. A young lady at the age of 18 should learn how to do her own thing, should learn how to cook, should learn how to sew, should learn how to clean, should learn how to provide the necessities, the basics, as far as developing as a female, a young woman, wife material. Now, if she don't know how to sew, and the minute she does need something to be sewn and she runs to dad, and then dad just sews it for her, he's enabling her. Okay, she's not learning how to sew. She's like going to her tailor, which is her dad, and he's not a tailor, but she's going to her dad to sew her underwear. Now, my problem is with the father. Why are you sewing your daughter's underwear? Why do you feel it's necessary at her age to still do these things for her and not teach her or show her or direct her to mom or grandma? Not to do it for her, not to continue. Yeah. When she was a child, I could understand, oh, dad, in her teens. And I don't even know if teenagers do that, because usually they're very private. They don't want their father, more or less their mother, even knowing or seeing their undies. So for the father now, for her to feel comfortable, and it wasn't no little tiny training bra. This reader says it looked like a double Z, which was, she said in the letter, humongous. Okay, humongous. And so it wasn't no little thing. This was grown women breasts, okay? And no. I think that's very disturbing. I think at this age, at her age, she should have already known how to do something. And I think dad needs to stop doing these things for his daughters. They're too old not to know how to do things for themselves. And they're not being developed into wife material for a future. What man wants a woman that don't know how to sew, doesn't know how to cook, doesn't know how to clean, doesn't know how to do the necessities? What kind of woman are you training your daughters to become if when they need something, you automatically do it? And we're talking about womanly things that they should automatically know how to do. So, in my opinion to this reader, I could say to you, yes, you have all rights to feel the way you do. I co-sign with you, my girlfriend. Okay? Fist bump. All right? Because daddy was completely out of line for letting her bring her bra, okay, to his house when she's at mom's house, and she bypassed her mother completely to come over to drop it off, boom. And then he fixed it, boom. Okay? So I don't think that's appropriate. I really think that's crossing the line. It's disturbing. It's nasty, in my opinion, for a man, a male, a grown adult to be still sewing his grown daughter's intimates. All right? So YouTube, give me your opinion. Okay, I'm opening up the comment section for your reviews, for your comments. Is she wrong? I mean, is he wrong? All right? What do you think? All right, get back at me and we'll discuss this topic down below. And in the future, if you want to see more of these videos, write in. I'll leave down below the link to the email where you can send me relationship problems, issues that you may need some advice or help. You can leave those down below in the comment section, okay? So thanks again for joining me, you guys. And again, tell me what you think. Was daddy crazy for doing this? Was he out of line? Is she upset for no reason? Or does she have grounds for being very disturbed? We'll see soon. Talk to you then in the next video.